Hi everyone! If you are in search for a new activity and would like to give yoga a try, it can feel quite intimidating to enter the class for the first time. However, because yoga has become more and more popular over the years, there are now more classes available to teach newcomers the basics and how to enjoy the benefits of yoga. If you are still not sure if a class is right for you, here is a short but well-rounded sequence that covers the basic moves with options to use props and modifications to help aid in your practice. One prop I use is a block. Either it's foam, cork, or made of wood. Blocks are very versatile as they are mainly used to assist you in poses that are a little bit too challenging or if the flexibility isn't there. However, using blocks does not take away the benefits of the poses. You may find that you can twist a little further, stretch a little deeper, and hold the poses a little bit longer with the aid of a block. Blocks are there for anyone, beginner or advanced, those who are inflexible or those who tend to hyperextend. Here is a great sequence of poses that you can do with or without using a block. If you don't have a block and are practicing at home, a small hardcover book could be used as well. Remember, do what makes you feel good. You should feel the stretch and the muscles worked, but there should be no pain. Yoga is practicing non-harming. Move to the best of your ability and use your breath as a guide of the tempo. Try to not dwell on how you look in each pose, or try and push yourself into a position you are not ready for. Place the ego off the mat and take a moment to challenge yourself inside and out. Stand tall, feet hip-width distance apart, and eyes closed or heavy. Take 3 to 5 deep, long breaths in and out of the nose. Don't force the breath, keep it natural. Keep attention to the belly and chest rising and falling at each in-breath and out-breath. Breath is vital in your yoga practice. Sweep the arms up and place the hands together or slightly apart as you inhale. Exhale, bend at the knees as if you're sitting onto a chair. Your weight is in the heels and the knees remain behind the toes. Have your gaze to the ceiling. Option, take your block, place it between the legs above the knees. The block keeps the knees from caving in. Hold this position for 3 breaths. Exhaling, sweep the hands down to the side and hinge at the hips into a forward fold. Bend the knees slightly to release the low back. Let your head sink to your knees and upper body onto your thighs. Your hands may rest on the floor or on the back. Plant the hands down and step back with your right foot into a lunge. Have your knee right above the ankle and plant the back foot down to a 45-degree angle out to the side. Sink the hips and rise up the arms or rest them onto your hips into Warrior One pose. Sink the hips down and bend the knees as low as is comfortable. Have the hips and torso face the front as best you can without lifting the back heel. Hold for 3 to 5 breaths. Turn your hips to face the right wall. Legs remain the same, but hips and torso face the side. Outstretch your left arm forward and your right arm back. Keep the gaze forward. This is Warrior Two. Going into triangle pose. With the block in your right hand, straighten the legs, but keep a softness in the knees. Inhale and stretch out the block in the air and hinge at the hips forward, reaching the block to the front. Once you've reached as far as you can, exhale and lower the block onto the inside of the right foot and rotate the shoulders to face the right wall. Windmill your arms down and pivot the back foot to return to your lunge, to transition into your downward facing dog. Plant both hands firmly on the ground and step back with both feet. Lift the tailbone up and towards the back wall, Allow your head to sink between the hands to form an upside down V shape. Your heels may or may not touch the floor. Lift up your right leg and bring it across your mat. You can bring your ankle a little closer towards your hip if it's hurting your knees. Place your block underneath your sit bones and lengthen out the back leg. Allow your hips to drop as far down onto the block as possible, and then lie on top of that front leg. An option is to do this without the block. Afterwards, transition back into your downward dog and repeat the same above moves on the other leg. Lastly, lie down on the mat, feet apart and palms facing the ceiling. Allow yourself to relax. Focus on breathing deep breaths in and out through the nose. This is Shavasana, a rest pose.